Welcome to Home Cinema and Tech Review. In this video, we're going to talk about one of the cheapest soundbars, especially from the Samsung side, C400. This is a compact soundbar, and we're going to dive deep and review the sound quality, general settings, box content, everything we're going to be looking at. But before we dive into details, I will give you my full conclusion in the beginning of the video. But I suggest you watch the sound samples and also the box content too. Until the end of the video, you're going to learn whether this is suitable for you. Let's start with the price. This is, in my country, Turkey, $75 range product. So it's quite cheap considering the other soundbars out there. But this is a thick unit. As you can see, this is thicker than my hand. So the depth of it is 10.5-ish centimeters. And the height of this thing is about 7. So this is not a thin or less depth sound bars that we regularly use because it has a base at the back. That's why I chose this to use it at office. If you have a small table and if you want to just get a sound bar set up without a separate Wi-Fi subwoofer unit, this will get the job done with the bass included. Otherwise, you have to buy the ones with the subwoofer. So this is also another advantage. The length of this device is another advantage. This is a 64-ish centimeter size unit. So this is real, considering the other soundbars like 80 or 90 centimeters. This is considered a short soundbar. So you can place it in probably a lot more spaces, but you have to consider your TV's height level if you're going to think about it. One thing is missing, the HDMI of this device is not existed, or I couldn't find it, probably not existed, jokes aside. We got optical input, USB input, and also we got Bluetooth. And there's an NFC logo, which I haven't tested in this video because I don't care. I think this price level of device will be suited for use with casual, let's just say single LED all around dongle and the projector combination, or TVs with enter to mid-level. And above that, you need to have higher models to compete with good quality sound level of TVs. For example, I have a QNET TV with 60 watt RMS speaker and the woofer inside, so I don't really need this sort of soundbar for my TV setup. For my, let's just say, projector setup, I have Epson LS300. It already has 30 watts of RMS. From that, 40 watts of RMS, not a need. But if you're using your PC all day long or playing games, and if you don't want the clutter of two speakers, you can get away with that with a good bass. And if you have a placement that you can place this very close to a wall, you will get a good bass. Believe me, you watch the sound sampling section of this video and you'll understand what I mean. And if you watch movies, you don't get too much of a distortion. We open up I guess, Mission Impossible Part 1, the latest one, trailer, and we love the detail and clarity of when the motorbike just runs over the small rocks and when they fall in the beginning of the trailer. So it's impressive. I wasn't expecting this much of a detail out of a small unit, and I wasn't really expecting, let's just say, even that it has a bass inside, I wasn't expecting bass enough. Reason that I purchased it, let's just tell you my scenario. I purchased it because I reviewed early in the channel Lenovo Leco 60 watt peak 40 watt RMS portable speaker. It was this size, but it has battery inside, and I'm using that speaker at office on my table all day long. I don't want to check the battery levels, so I'm going to plug this in and forget about it. Whenever I want to listen to music in a higher volume at the office, this will get the job done. So who is this for then? This is for a bedroom setup where you want to listen music casually before sleep. This could be a casual small cinema setup around 25 square meters or 30 square meters. This studio is 25 square meters with isolated walls and stuff, and we got a 5-meter and plus wall behind me, and we can watch about 130 inch of images at my back. When I've tested before projectors in this studio, you probably seen that some of the videos in the channel. So this could be suitable for a small room setup if you're not too much of a deep bass lover, or looking for a dedicated bass unit. But this isn't, let's just talk about the price again. $75. I guess this will get the job done way better than the lot of Logitech units that you can purchase for your PC. And this will get the job done for near everybody with a small space, especially teenagers. If you put it close to a wall, you won't regret your choice. But to make that decision, listen to the samples section of this review video. I'm going to be leaving you after this section. You're going to watch the box content, opening the box and what's inside of it, and then you're going to watch the audio tests and how I do it. For the video, I measured and I did the tests from 1.1 meter or 1.1 meter, because this is the regular setup. If you're playing PC games, the table of IKEA is about 60 or 75 centimeters normally. So what you end up with, if you leave your monitor very far away from yourself, and if you put it away from yourself close to a wall, you will be probably away from the speaker, let's just say around 50 to 70 centimeters up top. And this will blow you away from that amount of distance. It's far more than enough, and you will enjoy it. But if you have a small room, you won't regret your choice. The reason I'm keep telling this, if you go cheap sound bars from other brands, although they are longer, they don't have the bass included. So you will be lacking the bass, and it is giving the depth of the sound. I don't suggest to go thinner route of single sound bars, cheaper sound bars. This is one of the cheaper ones that you can get from the Samsung brand. But let me know if you have alternatives. I will purchase maybe in the future and test later on. Let me know what you think at the comment section below. If you own C400, share your experience with users to understand before their purchase. And before this, I got LG's, Samsung, a lot of other soundbars, and I'm using also edifiers and a lot of tube amplifiers and JMO style or Harman Kardon style professional. I'm not going to call them professional, but considering these, they are much more professional than the regular soundbars. Let me know what you think about the cheapest Samsung, I guess, C400 soundbar at the bottom of this video. Say hi at least, subscribe, and the like will be great for the channel. Hope to see you in the next video, Home Cinema and Tech Review. If you get the conclusion, don't skip the video. Just watch until the end with the tests, and don't forget to like. Hope to see you in the next video, Home Cinema and Tech Review. By the way, this video wasn't sponsored, so hard-earned cash, I purchased it for myself. So, until the next video, hoşça kalın. In this section of the video, I will open up the box, Samsung soundbar C400. I got my beloved small knife for it. So this is basically cheapest soundbar, one of the cheapest soundbars in the market. Let me just open up here. And the box is simple as it can be. A box can be. It's not bending too much, so it's a sturdy box. That's good. That's good. By the way, the soundbar is coming like this. This is also another good stuff about it. The box is quite thick and durable. That's fine. Okay, so when the foams are out, this is getting even smaller, and that's why it's impressive in my opinion. So we have finished the box opening, as you can see, and this is a user manual. And what do we have inside of this box? Let's take a look. We got warranty card from local distributor. We got again Samsung, again local language papers, user manual, or kind of like a short guide. And inside of this box, we got a remote control. We got battery. I'm going to open up all these. Let's open it up. Yep. Even though I have the knife, whoa, sometimes things fly away and nothing is broken. Fine. I'm fine. Device is fine. The interesting part is 90-degree cable. Not everybody thinks about this. And also the power cable is also 90 degree. That's a plus on my side because this really changed stuff when you want to mount it very close to a wall or a furniture. If you don't have space for cabling, 90-degree cables are great. And remote, in my opinion, this is cool looking remote. Everything we got it on board. Let me just get close for you to see easily. We got sound mode here, information, mute, volume up and down, subwoofer button, tone control, settings, channel levels, pair, and also source. These are always good stuff, and it's quite small and compact, but the plastic wise, it doesn't feel too much of a quality, like it doesn't have a tactile feeling. Button feels like cheap, but this is less than $100 soundbar. And we're going to deep test it. Nothing special about the battery. So, the box content is finished. Let me just get cable close a little bit for you. But before getting out of this section of the video, let me just turn this around to show you physical things of this soundbar. We got one speaker hole for the bass. That's something good. So we got thick casing, like 3 finger, and I'm going to give you the size of this thing. We got USB port, optical port here, and we got a power port around here. And underneath we don't have too much of a stuff. We got silicone feet from here to here, 2 silicone feet. For me, it's important to have the depth and the bass inside. So this device, hopefully, will give us quite a bit of good bass considering the size and the price of this thing. So we can continue with the rest of the video. In this section, I want to show you how it connects. Basically, if you don't have an optical cable, we don't have an HDMI. I don't see an HDMI port here. So if you're going to open it up, since this is a cheap device, it doesn't have a proper full screen. And if you want to properly pair it, there's a pair button on the remote control here. When you hit it,
ready to connect via Bluetooth.
So it talks to you. So again, if you scan it from your smartphone, after you touch that button, if you don't do it, not like the other soundbars that I have over the years from Samsung, and again, I am seeing Samsung soundbar C4 series, and I'm hitting the button, and that's about it. If I say pair, that's done. So right now, I am in sync with C400. Before diving the sound test of the C400 soundbar, I'd like to show you something about the remote. Remote control has plus and minus icons on the volume here, and it says woofer here. Because these buttons are not like generally push-in buttons. Let me just show you. You have to move it like this, up and down. When you do it, just take a look at here the animation. When I hit the up button, you go, okay, you might not see it. I'll get the speaker for you. When you move up, you see left and right animation. When you move down, you see right to left animation. Same thing applies for the woofer. Woofer button also do the similar stuff. When you do up, increases. When you do down, decreases from right to left. Increase from left to right. But the main issue, you don't actually know how much volume that you have. You have to guess because this is a cheap product. It doesn't have an LCD to show you. One more interesting thing about the design is, before diving deep, there is a bar, a placement here, which I will get close to you like this. This is probably for the bass to create a depth. I'm not sure, but if it is, it's meaningful. Although they have created a hole like this, even if you push it to the wall, there's a space. But definitely, if you want to hit the bass to the wall to get a better bass out of any subwoofer kind of like speaker. So, I guess we finished before detailed test, and we're going to dive into the test section. In this section of the video, I'd like to talk about my standards for testing this speaker. It's not a fixed standard overall, but I'm going to remove my lavalier microphone and I'm going to record entire sound of the room with omnidirectional microphone. and I suggest you to use your earbuds or your headphones to get the sound quality as much as possible. I will dim the volume down if the distortion happens, but I guess over my couple of minutes of test, I didn't have a lot of distortion problems. And we're going to test with copyright free or breaking copyright channel videos, sound tests that I use like musics without license issue. And the reason that we are close to the wall like a 4-finger space is this device has a bass hole, like to hit the bass, we have to get it close to the wall to get a better bass. That's why I'm doing this. Otherwise, if you're further away, you're going to have less bass because the bass sound is coming from the back, it's not coming from the front. So I suggest if you buy this, place it something near to the wall if possible, or try to hit something to get the bass better. So let's dive into the tests and see if this is any good. In this part of the video, I am yelling at the camera because my sound is leveled at minus 12 dB. Don't focus off amount volume, but I am trying to capture the audio without any distortion. So let's start with the first test.
surround.